Namaskar dosto. Today is 5th August 2021. Welcome to my channel Tradeplan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market. On this specific video, on daily basis, I disclose my trade plan for the Nifty for the next trading session, review my today's trade, and share my learning and MTM at end of the video. I hope these discussions will add value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Lalaji is now started hovering at the all-time high levels and forming a very narrow range from past two trading session. So let's see now in which direction Lalaji is gonna go. But before we get into detail of that, let's first have a look into critical elements of our market. So when we look into S&P 500, we see that S&P 500 is continuing its uptrend and continuing its super trend along 8 bar moving average, and now also it is in green bar. So yesterday's doji is failed and now the move is in upward direction. So global market are looking quite bullish. US government 10 bond yield is still at 1.21 and this is looking quite all right. And dollar index is again below 8 bar moving average, somewhere at 92.24. Is trying to climb up and we need to see how this is now shaping up, but as of now it looks like it is all right, but pretty sure that it is going to take a support on 50 and 20 bar moving average. So let's see whether dollar index is climbing up from here or it is going down. So as of now it is forming a green signal, which is green bar, which is definitely not a good sign, but still below 8 bar moving average. So there is a hope for a bank nifty here. Now, with that in background, when we look into Bank Nifty, we see that Bank Nifty is at the top of the consolidation range and has found some resistance at my black magical line, which is at 36,078. And but still, and yes, we see that there is an extreme reversal setup, uh, reversal pattern which is getting formed on Bank Nifty. So this is the clear cut reversal sign where we had a one big green bar and then another red bar. So it has tested the top and couldn't find more support. So initiative buyers have not come in and now it is forming some weakness. So let's see how the tomorrow bank nifty is going to perform. And the key element element which will impact bank nifty is definitely HDFC Bank, which still has a lot of room to move up. So let's hope that HDFC Bank will continue his upward direction, and this will give a strength to bank nifty to cross above 36,078, and this reversal pattern will be uh, a failure, and the bank nifty will get into a next expansion zone, or the bank nifty is starting its consolidation. So tomorrow is going to be a tricky day for a bank nifty. When we look into Motabai, we see that Motabai is also at the top of its consolidation and has taken a resistance today on that and has closed at 2134, but still above all the moving average. And today it has closed above 50 bar moving average. So definitely this is a very good sign for a Motabai. Now we need to see whether the new buyers are coming in and they are taking Reliance and Bank Nifty to the next expansion zone, or they are reversing from this critical level. So with that in background, when we look into Lalaji on weekly chart is definitely looking in uptrend, and this week has been big week, and we see that lots of initiative buyers have come and they are taking the market to the next high, and now it has taken a support on 15,840, which is a 8 bar moving average. On daily chart, we have formed a doji today. This is still not a confirmation for a reversal. Now tomorrow's bar or tomorrow's day will define whether we see a reversal from the top or we are continuing a trend up. So tomorrow is definitely a very critical day, but still it is an uptrend since it is about 8 and 20 bar and 50 bar moving average. And now market will definitely have a very good support at 15,961, which is my black line, and combination of monthly H4 and weekly H3. So 15961 is a very good support for on daily chart for our Lalaji. Now when we look on 15-minute chart, we see that on 15-minute chart today Lalaji has closed just above 20 bar moving average, but it is taking a support on 50 bar and just below 8 bar. So I will still consider this in uptrend. Now let's take a confirmation on trend from our market profile. So when we see tomorrow's market profile, that is the CPR range is above today's CPR range. So this confirms that the trend is in up direction. Tomorrow again is a narrow pivot day. So contraction indicator is at 0.86, which is a sign that we will able to see another trending movement in any one direction. Now, where and what direction it will take, let's try to judge that on the basis of the SGX. So SGX is currently at 16,342. So it looks like that open will be above pivot, but just below previous day high and within the range of today. So it could be uh, so that makes things little tricky. So option one for tomorrow is that assuming that tomorrow open is above 16,284 and below previous day high. In that scenario, the first idea is buy on dip either at pivot, which is at 16,285, and if we don't find any reversal setup here, then the next buying opportunity will come at L3, which is at 16,257. So somewhere here 16,257, and H L4 for tomorrow is at 16,219, which is closer to S1 as well as today's low. So stop loss has to be below 16,219, so 219, 218. So the option one, assuming that the open is below pivot, idea is buy on dip either at pivot, which is at 16,285. Second reversal, if the markets are not reversing from here, then second reversal pattern look for at 16,257 for a stop loss of 16,218. Now the second option is that it will open above pivot and it will break PD high, it will not come down. Then in that case, breakout trade at PD high is something which one should, I will look forward to take with a tight stop loss just below previous day high. And I will enter a short position uh, in a scenario if the open is above pivot is only when previous day low is broken and market is going down. So in that case, I will short the market with a stop loss just above S1. So option one, above pivot, there are two trade possible. One is buy on dip at pivot L3 and breakout trade on either previous day high or previous day low. Another option is, and which is most easiest one, is that it opens below pivot, which is at 16 to 85. In that case, it is sell on rise either at pivot, which is at 16 to 85, or at 16 triple three, which is H3 for tomorrow, with a stop loss just above H4, which is at 16371, or maybe above R1 will also do, that is at 16364. So that's my trade plan for tomorrow. The best possible scenario is that market will open above pivot, then we will see some correction and look for a reversal pattern either at pivot or at L3. Pivot is at 16 to 85 and L3 at 16 to 57 with a stop loss just below today's low, which is at 16219, so 16218. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. Now let's review today's trade. So today we enter a market with a clear understanding that the trend is up and the trade plan was to buy on dip either at pivot or at L3, and we found a very good reversal setup. So this is the extreme reversal setup which was found on the first 30 bar, and on this green bar exactly when it crossed took a support on L3 and moved up, I entered here, and then market went up, came down. Somewhere here I changed my stop loss and it got hit, but again I took an entry and then I rode the whole wave, and then on this particular red bar R I exited my position, which was at H4 for the today. So that's how my day went today. So I had a profit of around 4425. and these are the orders which I took. So first order entry at 16 to 37, then I got out, and then immediately I took another entry and exited at 16.3 to 5. So close to around 90 point. Let me check. 16,235 minus 16,238. So sorry. So close to around 87 point profit for today. I could have maximized my profit if I've set target might be this thing, but it's always difficult to catch bottom or at the top. So I'm happy with what I did today. So what's the learning? So learning for today is that I knew that this is going to be a narrow range day and we will expect some kind of trending movement. And in that scenario, I should have doubled my quantity, and the market gave me an opportunity to add my quantity when this dip happened, and I unnecessarily changed my stop loss here. So no changing of stop loss till 12:30. And when this dip happened, I should have entered another lot here, second lot here, and moved my stop loss here, and then I could have actually maximized my return for today. So do not play with stop loss. Just maintain the first stop loss till 12:30, and look for a dip to enter another lot to maximize the return, specifically when indication are very clear that it's going to be a trend day. So tomorrow again is going to be a narrow pivot day. So let's be on the right side of the trend. uh, I hope these discussions are adding value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Welcome to all my new followers. If you are watching this on TradingView platform, then I request you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel Tradeplan Nifty. Stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.